Hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video. Today we are ranking the League 2 fans for the upcoming 22-23 season. Just before we get into this video, do drop a big like on it, subscribe to the channel as well. We're closing in on 14,000 subscribers, so get involved. We're going to be ranking all of them. Let me show you how it's going to work. We've got 4 categories: the elite League 2 fans, the very good League 2 fans, the solid League 2 fans, and the poor League 2 fans. Instead of disagreeing with things I say, just feel free to get your own version of what you think down in the comments. If you agree, feel free to agree down in the comments as well. But let's get started with Colchester United. Colchester have been in the League 2 for a couple of seasons, and when I think of Colchester's fans, I think back to one of the first seasons I was a League 1 fan with Coventry City, and they were in League 1, and I wasn't particularly impressed. Obviously, they've gone down to League 2 since then, and I think they're a pretty okay bunch of fans. They're not poor, but they're not one of my favourites in this division. I'm sorry, Colchester United. I'm going to slide you guys. I'm going to put you in solid. You're not by any stretch in the worst 5 or 6 sets of fans, but I think Colchester's fans for me are a little bit underwhelming for League 2. Next up, Crewe Alexandra. Crewe's fans are alright. I've enjoyed going away to Crewe before. There's quite a few decent fan bases in here. I'm going to say Crewe have some solid fans. I'm going to put them in the solid category as well. Like I say, I do like their stadium. It's a decent away day. Whenever they've come to my ground, they've always brought okay numbers. So Crewe are going in solid. Next up, Gillingham. Gillingham are also going to go in solid, I think. I'm filling that solid tier up a bit, but I think Gillingham's fans are pretty solid. In League 1, they were alright. I feel like in League 2, they'll be one of the sort of decent set of fans. So I'll put Gillingham in solid. Any Gills fans watching, let me know if you agree down below. I've not actually been to Gillingham away, but when they've come to my ground, they've always been a solid fan base. Next up, Bradford City. Easy one for me. In League 2, they have an elite fan base. They sell out their stadium so much. I think they've set the record for the most season tickets sold in a League 2 season. I think it's unbelievable the support they get for a 4th tier side. Bradford for me should not be in League 2. I think they at least deserve to be in League 1. You could say that they could even compete in the Championship because of the size of the club and the fan base. Obviously they were in the Premier League in the early 2000s. So yeah, they're a really elite fan base for this level. Next up, Salford City. Salford I'm going to put in poor. I think the club itself is growing quite well, but the fan base needs a bit of catching up. I think quite a few Salford fans are, not all of them, but a few of them are sort of part-time Salford fans because obviously it has links back to Manchester United in the class of 92. And there is, you know, a pretty decent hardcore set of fans for Salford City, but they're not one of the biggest fan bases in this level. And considering they're a club that want to get promoted to League 1, I wouldn't say their fan base is on that level. Next up, Swindon Town. I've always thought Swindon Town's fans are very impressive, to be honest. When I was a Coventry City fan in League 1, I remember Swindon Town used to always bring decent numbers. I think they were one of the fan bases that really impressed me in League 1. They used to bring about 2,000-3,000 to Coventry. And in League 2, undoubtedly one of the best sets of fans. Swindon Town have got a lot of time for their fan base. Really unlucky they didn't get promoted last year. I feel like they could do this year. I think their club, I think their fans deserve their club to at least be in League 1. So I'm saying elite for their fan base. Next up, Walsall. I'm going to put Walsall in very good. Do quite enjoy going away to Walsall. Neat little stadium. It's kind of a League 1, League 2 standard stadium. The fan base is about that as well. I'll say their fans are very good for League 2 standard. Next up, Tranmere Rovers. I'm going to put them in elite. I've always quite liked the Tranmere fans. Yeah, they've always been a decent fan base. I think their stadium's quite nice as well. And yeah, they do travel in their numbers. They can make quite a bit of noise, the Tranmere fans. So I think you have to say in League 2 they are some of the best elite fans. Next up, Hartlepool United. I really like these. I really like Hartlepool's fans. Oh, I'm just going to put them in very good. I could have put them in elite. I'm using their old badge, by the way. I don't like the new one, so you're going to have to ignore that. But yeah, Hartlepool's fans very good. Consider how far away it is for a lot of their away games. So they do take good numbers for how far away they are. And they're good with their noise as well. Hartlepool's fans are pretty solid. No, very good, not solid. Next up, AFC Wimbledon. I've always liked Wimbledon fans. Obviously, the pain they've gone through and the fact they rebuilt their club. I think in League 2, they're going to be a very strong fan base. I'm going to put them in elite. I really want to see them bounce back. Like I say, Wimbledon were a traditional good club when they were in the top flight and everything. And obviously, all the things went wrong. And I think the journey of AFC Wimbledon's been brilliant. Obviously, climbing up the divisions. Very painful that they were relegated last year, but I'd like to see them go back up. I'm going to say their fan base are elite. They will be one of the stronger ones in League 2. Next up, Mansfield Town, also going in elite. I got to see them at Wembley when I went to the League Two playoff final. Obviously didn't work out for them. Met loads of Mansfield fans, really nice people. Yeah, Mansfield fans are respectful, but they can be noisy. They can take their numbers as well, so you've got to factor in all of that. And they're a club which I think could push for promotion this season as well. They should do. I think Mansfield have to go in elite. I really like their fan base. There you go. Next up, Carlisle United. Very strong fan base again. I'm going to say very good for Carlisle United. Do factor in they would take more numbers if they weren't so far away from some grounds. Obviously, it's a mission for all those fans to get away to London and all the southern teams. Got massive respect for the Carlisle fans, especially the loyal ones. Quite a noisy bunch as well. Very good. Next up, Crawley Town. I'm not big on Crawley's fans, to be honest. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to put them in poor. I think Crawley coming to my stadium, which is Coventry, they've never impressed me. Going away to their place, they can make a little bit of noise, to be fair. Their stadium's not the biggest, but yeah, I respect the club. The fan base isn't one of the strongest, so I'll put them in poor. Doncaster Rovers next. They will be one of the bigger fan bases in this division. I expect them to perform quite well if they can get things right on the pitch and get a decent squad together. I'm really filling up that elite tier, but I think Doncaster's fans are going to be one of the better ones in League 2 next season. I just really like them. I think Doncaster have always brought decent numbers. They've always made decent noise. The Keepmoat's quite a nice little stadium as well. It shouldn't be in League 2. It's at least a League 1 stadium for me. So Doncaster's fans are going in elite as well. Grimsby Town next. Oh, I like Grimsby's fans. I'll just nudge them into very good. In the National League, I'd have said they're elite. They are pretty good as well. Oh, you could put them in elite. I'll put them in very good anyway. Yeah, Grimsby, decent away day. Good fans, very noisy, and they do take good numbers as well. Harrogate next. I've never seen Harrogate's fans. They're probably one of the only teams here whose fans I've not actually seen. I'm basing it on what other people say. I look at the numbers, they're not the best for League 2, so I'm going to put them in poor. That might be a bit harsh. If you're a Harrogate fan, do feel free to give me your comments down below. Northampton Town are next. I've seen a lot of Northampton's fans. I've always had a soft spot for Northampton when they lent Coventry their stadium all those years ago now. And yeah, very good fan base. I'd like to see them get promoted. They really were so close last season. I'm going to say very good fan base at Northampton. I feel like a few of you might want to put them in elite. Let me know down below. Next up, Barrow AFC. I'm going to put Barrow in poor. I've not seen Barrow's fans many times. I feel like I saw them once in the National League. Wasn't great numbers. Obviously, fair play to them for being in League 2. I think the bookies are putting them to get relegated this season. Obviously, they want to prove people wrong. I'll put them in poor because I haven't really seen the best of Barrow, I suppose. Next up, Newport County. I like Newport's fans. Where am I going to put them? I'll say Newport County have very good fans, to be fair. They've always made a decent noise. I remember they came to Coventry when we were in League 2 with them. They brought about 1,000, which is pretty good, you know. Consider Cardiff and Swansea this season, the season just gone, they just came to Coventry and they brought 1,000. So Newport have some very good fans. They were very vocal, actually. Very good. Next up, Leyton Orient. I'm going to put them in elite. I really like Leyton Orient fans. You know, they are very, very loyal. I really have sympathy for some clubs that have gone through hard times, and obviously as a Coventry fan I can sympathise. I don't know how Leyton Orient went down to the National League, considering they were so close to getting to the Championship about 8-9 years ago. I think Leyton Orient are a club that are going in the right direction, I think. Obviously I was a massive fan of Justin Edinburgh, and I was really sad when that happened, but Leyton Orient as a fan base, they're strong, they're together, and I feel like getting behind their team, they could be a force next season. Leyton Orient are going in elite. Next up, Rochdale. I'm going to put Rochdale in solid. I've seen them quite a few times. We were in League 1 with them as a Coventry fan. Once again, I'd say I've seen their fans come and bring 600-700, which is pretty solid. That's kind of like solid for League 2, isn't it? So I'll put Rochdale there. Next up, Stevenage. The lowest average away attendance last season. They took on average 155 fans to away games last season, which I think is very, very low. That is not even like National League standards. Sorry, Stevenage, but that is not good enough for me. Next up, Stockport County. Easy for me. Stockport are going straight in elite. I know they've just come up from the National League and they're up against some bigger clubs this time round, but Stockport County, very good fan base, very loyal, and I feel like obviously being in the Football League now, their fans will be going to all the games and they'll be a real passionate bunch. Ones to look out for next season. Stockport County, elite. And then last up, you've got Sutton United, who I'm going to slide into solid. I feel like I've seen Sutton's fans a couple of times. As a club, they've grown quite well, and I think their fan base isn't the worst. It's not as bad as those 5 down there. So Sutton United are going in solid. Let me know if you agree down below. That was quite tricky to do. I haven't seen some of these clubs' fans in a few years. I'll try and get to some League 2 games next season, and maybe I'll change my opinion come the end of the season. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.